What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody today? Are you excited about today? Are you making a difference today? My wife always jumps on me and says, Bart, that just does not sound real. Well, I don't know if it sounds real or not, but it's kind of who I am, man. I love getting excited about topics like we're going to talk about here, and that's leadership. So, what I'm really excited about is that I'm doing a series of masterminds. And one of those masterminds right now that I'm doing is on the book Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. I think you can probably see it in the background somewhere over there. And another one is the book Leadership Gold. And Leadership Gold is a phenomenal book that really is about getting in tune with your inner nuggets. And what that means for you and me is that it's powerful. That's what it means. There's some nuggets that you've just got to hang out with me on this. So who am I? I mean, who am I to be sharing these nuggets with you? Well, I've been in the business world for 40 years, and I've also been a business partner with John Maxwell for the last 7 years as a member of the John Maxwell team. I'm a certified executive life results coach, and I'm also a speaker and trainer with the John Maxwell team. So I study this stuff all the time. And the reason that I do that is because what I know is that people want to learn how to get better, and that leadership, there's a void. And if you and I don't study leadership, we don't get better at leadership. It doesn't just happen. So I go to a lot of businesses. And when I go to businesses, I find that most people in a leadership, or let's just say a manager role, don't have any training going on. So if they came from a place where they were maybe in sales and they were really good at sales, and then they got promoted to a manager position, they're usually too busy in the manager position to take on any type of training. And that's why I love mastermind groups, because they're about an hour a week, and it's a round table depending on on who's going. We've got right now an eclectic group that are people from all over the country. I've also got mastermind groups where we do them in specific businesses with people that work together. And it's a round table where people share and tell their stories and can relate to what other people tell them. It's not just a teaching, it's everybody participating. What you're watching right now is a teaching. But with the mastermind, we usually have a quick video, and then we go around the room and ask folks, what do you get out of that? Where did that particular topic really resonate with you? How have you seen in the past that is a good tactic for you, or a tactic that you need help with? And that's what's so powerful, because we get people going, right? So as a coach, as a results coach, I've been trained with an hour trained, and I still do training on it every day on how to ask great questions. Because what I realize is that when we ask great questions, we get great answers. So it's been said that a wise person learns from his mistakes. Well, I certainly hope so. I hope to think that I'm pretty wise that way. And that a wiser person learns from other people's mistakes. Now that's really good. That I can watch someone who does what I do and see what they do and kind of resign not to do that. But the wisest person of all learns from other successes. I love what Tony Robbins says, don't reinvent the wheel. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just take the formulas that person does and do the same exact thing. So interesting. I study Tony Robbins and a lot of other coaches. And I was watching the other day, um, I'm Not Your Guru, which is a Netflix Tony Robbins event. If you haven't seen it, you've got to see it. It's very powerful. And in that event, they pan this crowd every once in a while, are people that I know that now are coaches that are my coaches that I see on video that teach me how to be better as a coach. So they learned from Tony. Now they're teaching others. And I think it's so powerful. It just proves that these people have learned that they don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's formulas for success, and they learn what the successful people do. And I love that. So I think it's really important if you've been going through any of our lunch and learns, which are on social media. We do them I think they're recorded here too, but we do them every week, and we do them on this topic. We've talked about you don't get to the top alone. We talked about how you really lead yourself, how to handle defining moments, how to stop working and get in the zone, how to get real. That's your first responsibility, to getting authentic and being very vulnerable, how to never stop learning, how to understand that people never quit your company, they quit you. People quit people. And how to be a leader worth following that people want to come to and work for. And what will be your leadership legacy? Now, no one ever gets to the top alone. We need people to push us to the top. I'm reminded about another book that John wrote called The Five, and I'm looking for it here. So hopefully I find it. 5 levels. Here it is. The 5 levels of leadership. And in that book, there are the different levels. I'm going to share them with you. And one of them is level 1, where it's position. Now, a positional leader believes that, hey, I got here because it's on my business card. That's a leader that's a very immature leader. The second position in the 5 levels of leadership is permission. You can't lead people until you like people. So and it's so funny, years ago, I worked at a business where a guy got promoted from sales to management. And when he got promoted, he said to me, I'm so excited to get promoted. I don't have to deal with people anymore. And you know what? Even as a young person, I think I was 25, 26, I thought, that does not sound right. And the reality is that guy was a lousy manager because he didn't like people. He was just a level 1 leader. In other words, he thought just because it's on my business card, that makes me a leader. No. Level 3 is a production leader. And a production leader makes things happen, and they separate real leaders from wannabes. Now, a production leader would be the leader that just gets people to excel, but they also are great at generating revenue. I go to a lot of businesses where I see managers who are excellent at knowing how to generate revenue. And yet they aren't the next level leader. The next level leader is the people development leader. And this leader helps individuals grow and extend their influence and their impact. They develop them every day through training, through coaching, through mentoring, through facilitating, through brother or sisterhood. Those are the people that are on track to be a powerful leader. And then the last one, level 5, is what's called the pinnacle leader. The pinnacle leader is the highest leadership accomplishment, and it's developed by helping level 4 leaders, the people that are already at level 4, get to the next level. So in other words, a pinnacle leader takes leaders and they go on and become great leaders. He's building or she's building a legacy. No one ever gets to the top alone. So what's the moral to this? Well, here's what it is. Avoid positional thinking. It is not reality. Just because you're in a position doesn't mean people respect you. Realize the downsides of success and failure. You and I we're going to have moments of success and we're going to have moments of failure. But really, the difference is people that are successful always ask, what did I do right and what did I learn? People that fail, when they fail, if they're successful, if their life is of success, they ask, what did I do right? What did I learn? What must I change? And what's my role in that? Great leaders ask better questions. This is the one that I'm kind of blown away about, that remember, we're in the people business. And leaders sometimes forget that. They think they're in the tactical business or the revenue business. And I get revenue is the reason most businesses are in business. I get that. But if we aren't focusing on human capital, it's going to affect the revenue piece. It costs $4,400 every time we hire somebody new. And the last one that you see on the page is adapt the law of significance. What's the law of significance? That everyone is of significance, and that you and I need to always ask ourselves the question, what do they bring to the table? Everybody brings something to the table. And when you and I believe in a person, when we believe in their skills, when we sincerely believe in helping them grow, that's when that person rises to the top. If you're a leader and you think about what's happened with you, how do you get there? You got to the top because somebody believed in you. They believed that you were significant. And in that belief system of feeling significant, you became significant. Think about your children. They rise when you believe in them, and they fall when you do not believe in them. And if you doubt it, start paying attention to how many times you praise them with sincerity, or you knock them down. Now, I get we all need accountability in our lives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about look at the best in them and help them to get it. I believe that my business in coaching leaders, salespeople, people that are in other areas of life is this. I believe my mission statement is to help transform people into peace. Now, what is peace? It's not sitting around singing Kumbaya. Peace is having a sense of purpose, knowing why we're on this planet. E in the word peace stands for energy. Where do you and I get energy? Years ago, there was a book written many years ago called The Celestine Prophecy. I'm not sure what beliefs it had, but I really remember years ago reading it and thinking, that makes so much sense. And seeing how the principles in that book absolutely made sense as I got older. What the Celestine Prophecy said was, the more you help people, the more energy you get. And I love that. When I serve others, it brings me energy. The more I do it, the more energy I have. We, again, are in the people business, aren't we? Purpose, energy. A stands for a number of things. Taking action, moving our feet, holding ourselves accountable. That's with a capital A. That's a critical one. If we can't hold ourselves accountable as leaders, hire a coach that will help you hold yourself accountable. And also, acting, taking action, accountability, and also attitude. An attitude of going toward what you want, a positive attitude. In a pilot's world, when a pilot's going toward their destination, which a lot of times they're not, they have to make adjustments. When a pilot's going toward their destination, that's called a positive attitude. When they're going away from their destination, it's a negative attitude. When you and I know what we want, we're clear with our purpose, we have a foundational why, and we're going toward it, that leads to a positive attitude. So again, P is for purpose, E is for energy from serving, A is for taking action, holding yourselves accountable, and having a gracious attitude. The C in peace is commitment, being committed to what it is we want as a parent, as a husband, in our business world. And the E stands for enthusiasm. And I really believe what that means is, well, I know I believe what it means. It means that I've got energy and enthusiasm toward life. I look for the positive. I am excited about life, even when it's difficult, because in the darkness, there's always a light if we ask the right questions. What did I do right? What did I learn? What must I change? What's my role in this? Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want more information on Leadership Gold, go ahead and email me at bart@bartnollenberger.com, and I'll give you a play-by-play of this and also some information on the mastermind group. If you would like to be part of our Wednesday Lunch and Learns, they're Wednesday on Facebook Live at 11:30 Mountain Standard Time. Also, I want to invite you to our All-In Videocast. And our All-In Videocast is Thursday at 11:30 Mountain Standard Time, where we interview people of faith, great families, and success. And whether they're in sales, business, sporting world, education, you're going to love the All-In Videocast. So, hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Love to tell you more about the mastermind. I will give you a free transcript and free information on Leadership Gold. Just go ahead and hit me up at bart@bartnollenberger.com. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. And until we see each other again, I thank you so much for joining me on this Leadership Gold YouTube podcast.